From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. A strike-bound Canada Post means this country's postal service is shut down. The union for 55,000 postal workers called a nationwide strike last night, saying it was caught off guard by what it called the government's attack on our postal service and staff.
Canada Post says no new mail will be accepted during the labor disruption by its workers, and some post offices will be closed. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers has declared a countrywide strike hours after Ottawa announced door-to-door mail delivery will end for nearly all Canadian households within the next decade. The corporation is disappointed that the union has chosen to escalate its strike activity, which it says will further deteriorate Canada Post's financial situation. Both sides have agreed to continue delivering government welfare checks and existing live animal shipments, though no new ones will be accepted. Naira Ahmed, The Canadian Press.
U.S. President Donald Trump's unprecedented retribution campaign against his perceived political enemies reached new heights last night as his Justice Department brought criminal charges against a longtime foe. Former FBI Director James Comey was indicted by a grand jury. He's accused of lying and obstructing a congressional proceeding during testimony in 2020 about alleged Russian interference in the 2016 election. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
The multiple charges against James Comey coming just days after President Trump called for his prosecution.
I'm innocent, so let's have a trial.
Comey posting a video claiming his family has paid the price for standing up to Trump. Comey quoting his daughter, who was fired by the Justice Department in July.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump.
A Quebec labor tribunal will begin hearing witnesses today in a case against Amazon, stemming from the e-commerce giant's decision to close its 7 warehouses in the province. The complaint alleges the sudden closures and 1,700 job losses in January were an attempt by Amazon to shut down unionization efforts and avoid obligations under the province's labor code. Amazon said the move was about delivering efficient and cost-effective services to customers. Police in Wisconsin say a man from southern Ontario was killed this week in what's believed to be a drive-by shooting. Authorities in Sheboygan Falls say 32-year-old Giovanni Michael Robinson was found with a fatal gunshot wound at the scene early Wednesday. Investigators are still trying to determine a motive for the shooting, and they have made no arrests. And a legendary Canadian actor is returning to the big screen.
When does this happen in the movie?
Comedian Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement to star in a sequel to Spaceballs, which is now in the works. Josh Gad, Keke Palmer, Louis Pullman, and Anthony Carrigan have also signed on to be a part of the Star Wars spoof. Production is currently underway, with a release date targeted for 2027. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Toronto's magic number to clinch baseball's American League East Division title is now down to 3. The Blue Jays topped Boston 6-1 and remain tied with New York for first place. Dalton Varsho and George Springer both homered for the Blue Jays. Varsho's was a timely grand slam. He says being in the hunt for the division title is fun.
You know, a lot of people didn't pick us to win the division, and we exceeded everybody's standards. And now it's like, well, screw it. Like, we already have house money. Let's just keep going and keep playing the way that we've always played. And, like, we're a really tough team to beat, and we've got the pieces to do it.
And the LA Dodgers are National League West Division champs for the 12th time in 13 years. Week 4 of the NFL season is kicking off in style. Jason Myers made a 52-yard field goal as time expired to give Seattle a 23-20 win over Arizona. And the owner of the CFL's Edmonton Elks, Larry Thompson, is dead at the age of 65 from complications following a surgery. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.